Good morning. My name is Mike Simpson. I'm superintendent of Guthrie Public Schools. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Guthrie Upper Elementary School for the Brendan McLarty Foundation announcement to expand the coverage of inhalers in schools. And we're going to share the importance of this, but we're also going to share the how this has helped our students, and the importance of placing kids first is something that we strive in Guthrie Public Schools. I want to introduce a couple of people that are here today that are very special to our district. First of all, I want to introduce our senator, Chuck Hall. I know this is very near and dear to his heart, as Brendan McLarty was from his hometown of Perry, Oklahoma. The next person I want to introduce is our former school nurse, April Devereaux, who you will hear from later on in the presentation. April came to me not too long ago, it seems like, with this option for our district. And what she presented to me, like anyone, you look at it, you look at what are the liabilities, what are the downside, obvious positive sides, and I couldn't find any downside. And so it was April that carried this flag for our district. And I personally do not, fortunately do not suffer from asthma or any related respiratory conditions, but when June came around this last year and I had my first bout with COVID, thankfully my only bout so far, I had a moment at night where between the congestion and the virus, I couldn't breathe. And I thought to myself that's the feeling that our students would have in the event of an asthma attack. And that nailed it for me, because I realized that that is a very challenging, scary moment. And if you don't feel like you can do anything about it, you're not empowered to continue. Yeah, just this Tuesday, I had a meeting with our administrators where we talked about what we were going to do today, and I heard from building leaders, not just in this building, but across our district, about how important this has been for Guthrie Public Schools. And so I would urge other school leaders to approach this with a very open mind about the positive sides of having the inhalers for students. It's made a tremendous difference in the lives of our students. And in Guthrie, as I mentioned earlier, we try to have a kids first culture. And with that, we're going to do everything we can to help our students succeed, and this is a big part of that. So as the school district has seen firsthand the impact of the Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation's work, we couldn't be more excited to see this organization expand their reach statewide, so more Oklahomans can breathe easy during the school day. For full details on today's announcement, please help me welcome to the podium Jen Blair, Executive Director of the Brendan McLarty Foundation.
Thank you so much for that introduction and for hosting us today, Dr. Simpson. We truly appreciate your advocacy and are so proud of the positive impacts Guthrie students have seen from the Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation. And thank you everyone for being here for today's announcement. I'm so excited to formally share with you today that in partnership with SSM Health St. Anthony's, the Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation is pleased to announce what we understand is a first in the nation statewide implementation. This program will help save the lives of Oklahoma public school students who experience asthma attacks at school. Our foundation began the process of supplying rescue inhalers and related medical supplies to every public school in every single district in every single Oklahoma county. Approximately 10% of minors living in Oklahoma today suffer from asthma, a serious lung condition that compromises breathing, often without warning. Immediate access to a rescue inhaler can be the difference between life and death. Our foundation has been putting these tools in place in Oklahoma schools since Senate Bill 381 passed in 2019. However, this partnership with SSM Health will expand the program and create access for more Oklahoma students to get the on-site emergency asthma care they need, with a grant totaling $192,568. This includes donated inhalers and other asthma-related medical supplies. Again, this will help get emergency asthma rescue supplies into every single school in the state of Oklahoma. The Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation was established in memory of Brendan McLarty, a 16-year-old from Perry, Oklahoma, just up the road from where we are today. He passed away in 2012 due to complications from asthma. Although he had been diagnosed at a young age, he did not exhibit symptoms of a fatal attack until that day. His family and asthma advocates have banded together to raise awareness about this important issue and help keep a similar situation from happening to another child in Oklahoma. During the 5 years since we were established, our foundation has provided rescue inhalers to 85 Oklahoma school districts. The inhalers have been administered more than 600 times. In addition to medical supplies, our foundation also provides schools with education and other resources. We have done this alongside the Oklahoma Department of Education's Office of Safety and Security. We truly could not have achieved what we have without their constant support and counsel. The need for emergency asthma treatment in schools is so pervasive that I think the numbers speak for themselves. However, I have a personal connection to this important cause. Brendan McLarty was my nephew. As you can imagine, our family misses him more than we can say. And it's so important for us to honor his memory through this important life-saving work. We make this announcement today, just a few days of what would have been his 27th birthday. We work every day to make a difference that honors his memory and his legacy. At this time, I'd like to introduce John and Lori McLarty, Brendan's parents. They're very involved in the foundation, and we are so grateful for all their work that they do to remember Brendan. Thank you. Our goal is that no other Oklahoma student should have to go what Brendan went through, and no other Oklahoma family should have to experience what we have. We're so pleased that this one-of-a-kind partnership with SSM Health St. Anthony's will help us move toward this goal. To help provide more information from the perspective of someone on the ground, in the classroom, and closest to the students who need this emergency care is April Devereaux, a former school nurse with Guthrie Public Schools, who initially recognized the need for this program like ours in her community. April?
Thank you, Jen. We appreciate you shining a light on the issue and doing the hard work, not only of delivering these life-saving supplies to Oklahoma schools, but also raising awareness about just how important this is. Statistics do show that asthma is one of the leading chronic health conditions in children and is a common reason that students visit the school nurse. As we know, students have different levels of maturity and self-awareness. Any parent or teacher can attest to that. There are 6-year-olds who may be very aware of their lung condition and be educated about procedures for managing their asthma. Then we may see 16-year-olds who have not shown a symptom of an asthma attack, much like the tragic story Jen shared about Brendan. Whether students know they have severe asthma or not, it's impossible for them to avoid every trigger and still live a full life and seek a high-quality education. That's why the work at Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation, what they do is so important. When an asthma attack happens, has the potential to be life-threatening and seconds count. Even the fastest ambulance can't compete with having the necessary supplies and trained professionals to administer the medication right away. An asthma attack is scary, and not being able to breathe is a unique feeling of helplessness. The peace of mind that comes from students, teachers, and parents knowing that rescue inhalers are available if they need them is priceless. Please help me in thanking the Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation for their work in Guthrie and applaud them for this groundbreaking expansion to reach all public schools in Oklahoma. Their work will not only save lives, it is sure to improve health and educational outcomes in urban and rural settings alike.
Good afternoon. I'm Joe Hodges. I'm the Regional President for SSM Health, Oklahoma. I am a product of two parents that were public school educators. And today, on the way over here, I called my mom. And I said, we're doing something I think is groundbreaking in Oklahoma. Hopefully, we are saving Oklahoma kids' lives. We are providing one of the largest grants that we have ever done to the Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation, because I think it's important that we save the lives of kids. And if we have that opportunity with a fairly reasonably sized grant to do that, then that is something I want to be a part of. When Jen brought this to me, and one of our board members, Iftikhar Ahmed, came and had a conversation with me about it, I was just kind of mesmerized about what we could do. Could we be a part of this, and could we really help? We also have a number of community initiatives that we are trying to improve the health of our communities, not just in Oklahoma City, but throughout the state. And this seemed like a wonderful project for us to get behind. I then was able to visit with our mission team, and our mission leader, Andrew, who was also in attendance today, said, I think this is something that we should do as a mission and who we are as an organization. SSM Health was started almost 125 years ago by sisters who came to Oklahoma and established the first hospital in Oklahoma Territory. What I think is really cool about that is we're still carrying on their mission. We're carrying on their work of saving Oklahomans. And this is a great opportunity for us to partner and help save lives, especially those with kids. So I would like to present right now the check of $192,568 to the Brendan McLarty Memorial Foundation.
On behalf of the Oklahoma children and families affected by asthma, thank you to everyone here today who is supporting this cause. We hope you will join us in sharing Brendan's story and what you've heard today in your circles. Help advocate for kids like him in your communities and among your elected officials. A representative from SSM Health and myself will be available immediately following for any questions. Thank you for your time today, and thank you again, Joe and Andrew, for believing in this project and supporting us. And I can't say thank you enough. So we're just thrilled to honor Brendan's legacy. So thank you everyone.